Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about a question that I actually get asked a lot by my clients, and that is it better to switch up your workouts or is it better to do the same thing over and over and over again? So there's a couple different parts of this. The first thing is there are ways to work the same muscle group, but in different ways. So for example, if we're talking about working our quads, you can do either squats, a leg extension, a leg press, or lunges, right? There are different ways to work that same muscle group. And that's essentially the same for every major muscle group that we have. The second thing is when you do the same exercises over and over and over again, what happens is you're not teaching your muscles to do anything different. And so what happens is they get used to doing the same things over and over again. And so they become numb to it and you plateau. So this is why it's really, really important to keep your muscles guessing by switching up your workout routine. Now, the same goes for your cardio. I always tell people, even if you have a form of cardio that you really, really love, switch it up and do something different a couple times during the week because you want to keep your muscles guessing, because that's how they're going to get stronger, is by you throwing different things at them rather than the same exact thing over and over again. So for example, if we are looking at like a 3-day split for workouts during the week, you would have an upper body day, a lower body day, and then what I would typically have people do is a more core focused day. So you won't be doing the same exercises every single week, right? We're gonna switch it up, whether that be we're working our back and bis one day, and then the next week more of chest and triceps, that type of thing, right? You want to be switching up what you're doing. We can get into supersets in a different conversation. But depending on how many times a week you're working out, that also kind of depends how many variations of things you do. And obviously when you work with me one-on-one, I plan all of that out for you depending on how many days of the week you're working out and all that jazz. But the moral of the story is it's really, really important to keep your muscles guessing because you want them to be consistently working. If they're not consistently working, that's where a lot of people plateau because they've conditioned their muscles to do the same thing over and over and over again. So the more repetitive you become, the less effective the workouts are. Now, that doesn't mean that you do one machine once over the course of a month and then don't do it again for another 6 months, right? Like you don't want to never ever work things, but you do want to make sure you're not doing it every single time you're in the gym, right? So let's say that you're doing back and biceps one day, and then you do chest and triceps another day, focus on your quads one day, focus on your hamstrings another day. This is the idea, right? Is that we want to do different things so that we're really teaching our muscles to absorb whatever it is that we throw at them. Because when you think about it, let's say, God forbid, with my older clients, if they fall, right? We want to make sure that their muscles can absorb a decent amount of stress, and it's stress that they don't feel very often. For anybody else, if you get hurt, if you are in some kind of car accident or whatever it may be, you want your muscles to be able to absorb a decent amount of that stress because A, it's going to affect how injured you become, and B, it's going to affect your recovery. So I hope that this was helpful. Drop any questions that you have in the comments, but the moral of the story is switch up your workouts. That's what keeps them effective. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.